Hi, I'd like to take a few minutes to share with you a little additional information about the Collaborative Learning Team Assessment, which is one of the common assessments that your teacher candidates will be completing while they are in your classroom. So we will require some collaboration from you as well as the students seeking to be collaborators with all the professional educators at your school. So what this assessment does is allows us to make certain that students are documenting the ways they are already collaborating with professionals in your school. We know that our teacher candidates spend a great deal of time collaborating with you, the mentor teacher, as well as probably your grade level team, any kind of specials professional, possibly aides for students with disabilities, a variety of people at the school. This assignment requires them to find ways to document that they have been doing that. So the assessment objectives are to collaborate with other teachers in the school context, assess individual students and group learning progress and consider data to make instructional decisions, develop and revise lesson plans, management strategies to improve student learning, and to collaborate developing a teaching action plan that promotes an individual student or groups of student academic achievement. So what we're asking them to do then is what they're already doing, is working with you to identify the needs of students, developing a lesson plan, lessons or activities, learning stations, centers to address those specific needs, and developing a plan to show that they have done that. So the task is to collaborate with a team of teacher colleagues. With that team, consider assessment results and make responsive instructional decisions. Provide input into that team and the development of the lesson plans or revisions of the plans, the delivery method or management strategies, and create a detailed teaching action plan that will verify and document individual student or groups of students' academic achievement. If you look at the rest of the document, it talks about the documentation of collaboration, and it shares specifically the kinds of things that we would be looking for teacher candidates to submit to us along with this document. So how can we document that they have collaborated with people? Maybe agendas from team meetings, minutes, reflections that they write in relationship to conversations that they've had. Just think about how might you provide some evidence to verify the fact and document the fact that you have had these types of meetings and interactions. The next thing is to document the initial assessment results and responsive instructional decisions. So the initial data set, that kind of information, the decisions made based upon that information, those types of things would be the types of documentation we would be looking for. Part 3 would be the actual lesson plan, and maybe if you're revising an existing plan, what kinds of changes that you made in relationship to that. So it would be the detail of the lesson plan, the revision, and how you are changing the delivery method or the management strategies. And then finally, the fourth part is the actual action plan that describes the alignment of specific instructional activities and assessments. So how are you taking, or how is the teacher candidate aligning what they are developing to do in the classroom with objectives, assessment outcomes, and instructional strategies? So that would be the actual lesson plan that they would be using to implement these collaboratively decided changes, revisions, or augmentations to instruction. It's on the teacher candidate to make certain that they gather these things but we would like to make certain that you, as a mentor teacher, really understand what they are asking for and can help guide them in this process. The next page is the actual template for them to complete. So they would be listing the artifacts that they are attaching, documenting whatever kind of initial results and instructional decisions they have, and attaching the lesson plan to this particular activity. It's fairly clear, and it includes a rubric that they will use to guide their development of these processes and documents throughout this lesson. Feel free to reach out to the university facilitator that is working with your teacher candidates in your school, or to me if you have any questions about this particular document or this particular assignment. Again, we're not really asking the teacher candidates to do anything above and beyond what they've always done in collaborating with you and your grade level team and maybe other professionals in the building. We're just asking that they document what they have done.